This is the third day out here. I got quite a bit done the last couple times, but you know, had issues as usual, tractor, bush hog issues, so that's the farm life, I guess. Anyway, I thought I'd take a run around, just kind of show what I've done so far. And long way to go. Every time I come out here, I learn something new, so it's kind of fun. A little hard work, but you know, this is what I wanted. So let's take a little tour. I'm up here at the top. I don't know what the elevation down, but it's 50 feet or so. But it's a nice little hill. Got this old crappy house right here I got to get rid of. See, it's kind of open, got some really nice trees up here. And then it kind of drops off. You can see it drops off there. That's going to be hard to clean up down there. It's really thick. Got a nice flat spot kind of all over there. It's pretty flat. That'd be a good place for a yard and a garden, that kind of stuff. Not sure where the house is going to go yet. Gonna get this cleaned up a little more and I'll get somebody out here to look at it and give me an idea. Here's where the well is, I believe. This is kind of another spot that we could put the house. Nice big tree over here. Back that way is where the one corner of the place is. Then this way, all the way down to the end down there where that big trees are, that's the other end. So it's only 3 acres, but it seems like it's a little bigger than that. So it's kind of nice. You can see out here, I still got a lot of growth and a lot of pine trees. When Ramona and I came out and we looked at this place like back in March, those pine trees were like, I don't know, 4 or 5 foot high. Look how big they are now. Yeah, I can't drive over that stuff with the tractor, so I have to do just the small stuff like this. So it makes it kind of difficult to get out there and get that kind of stuff. So I'm just trying to inch my way in and do what I can, you know. I think this winter when the grass dies down and everything here in Georgia goes dormant in the winter time. So I'm thinking a lot of this is going to die down and I'll be able to see a little bit better. So I think I can do it better in another month or 2. I'm just trying to get where I can get my dirt bikes out here. I've already got a track kind of laid out and cut through. But the bad part is now that I've bush hogged it, I got all these little stumps sticking up from the small trees. Not good for tires. I wouldn't want to crash and land on one, so. Here's going down to the corner to the peak of the triangle of the property. So you can see I got a pretty long straightaway here I can make. If I want to have a long straight, I got a long one. So that's kind of good. I can have some slow speed sections and some really high speed. Right here is where I popped out. I kind of made a trail through here. So that's how wide the bush hog is when I go through one time. That's what it does. But you can see all the little stubs sticking up all over. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to come back. Jack has a disc that I can put on the back of this. I think I'm gonna have to disc all this up and hopefully that'll loosen those little stumps up and make it where I can drag it and kind of clear it out a little better. So yeah, it's a lot more than I thought it was gonna be, but I guess that's to be expected. So go on down to the corner here. See, there's the big trees at the top. You can see that there is elevation. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. So that'd be nice for my dirt bikes to have maybe just a little hill that I could go up and down. So look how thick that is. And down at this end is where the pine trees are a lot bigger. They're a lot closer together. So a lot of this stuff is just going to stay unless I come out with a chainsaw and, you know, cut some of them down just to make some openings. But yeah, real thick. It's like I don't know, 10 times thicker than it was like 6 months ago. It's really, really, really thick. You can see the dirt road that goes here. It's clay, that orange clay. Ramona and I came out here, I don't know, maybe a month ago, and it was the day after it rained. We almost got stuck just on the road. It was so slick. My tires were spinning the whole way, and I barely got out of here. Yeah, it was crazy. Sorry for the bumpy video, and I'm kind of going up and down. It's pretty bumpy out here. Now this is going up. You can kind of see the gradual slope, so I do have some elevation, and I'm really, really excited about that. So I can do that fast straight away, make a corner down at the end at the peak of the triangle, and come back up this way, up to the top. And then I could go kind of figure out, there's a whole bunch of ways I could go up here. Meander through these trees somehow, which is really cool. I've always wanted a track that went up into some trees, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, I could go inside of this tree, I could go outside of this tree, I could go outside of that tree, in between these trees, that tree. I got a whole bunch of different ways I could just go with this, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Look at that big old spider. Wow. So I made this little path going down here. This is a good shot of those sticks. Yeah, you see that they're like stakes. You know, if you fell on that, yeah, you'd go to the hospital for sure. There's thousands of them out here, so I don't know. Anyway, I made this, so hopefully I can get that disc out here and disc this up and loosen it up enough that I can ride my bike on it. Made a little turn here. It's kind of down the hill and a little bit uphill, so it's kind of like a really nice off-camber turn. And then if I want to go fast, I could go straight up, or I could make this turn. And this is where I cut through before. And it's really bumpy. But I just kind of tried to look ahead and go through whatever trees. There's the other one that I just cut and came out through. Even though I cut it, you can still see it's pretty thick even after I cut it. So I'm definitely going to have to run the disc through here and try to loosen all this up. Then I'll probably come back out with a drag blade and drag it or something. I don't know. It's all new to me. And then here we would pop out at the other side. Go right this time. Because technically, even though I pop out right there, here's the corner of the property, so I got all this I could use too. Out in the middle there, you can see it's a little thin, so that's definitely an opportunity to get out there. Anyway, that's kind of what I've done so far. It's only been really 2 days of work on it, and probably about 5 hours worth maybe. So I've done a lot, but holy smokes, there's a long way to go. Anyway, that's it for now. I took a few pictures too, so maybe I'll put those on my Facebook page also. Anyway, we'll catch you next time. Bye.